just hoping for a positive outcome from
We're
that.
going to take every single one of these online troublemakers, bullies, or whatever that is, all the way to the woodshed, legally.
Missing teen's mother earned an order of protection after claiming she was being stalked and falsely accused by a YouTuber. Andrew Griffin, also known as Bullhorn Betty, was booked into Sumner County Jail. Clarksville police say they initially arrested her for an out-of-county warrant for contempt. The Florida woman was charged with violating that same protection order. 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers disappeared in.
Bring an investigative team and they bring a legal team. And all of those things are things that were desperately needed.
DOG is also offering a $100,000 reward to anyone with information.
This is not the first rodeo for me finding a missing child.
But DOG and Seth say they have faced online threats that go beyond opinions.
It's really bad. I mean, they have threatened, Seth's family.
What Lesniak is doing is he is issuing cease and desists with a copy of the federal injunctions attached as a warning shot.
The law offices of Joseph Lesniak, representing Seth Rogers, Tony Mathis, and Dog the Bounty Hunter, as well as several other individuals, cites 11 reasons for the cease and desist letter. Some of the examples include the encouragement of false allegations, flooding of false leads, undermining reward credibility, and interference with the search operation. Lesniak says going forward, he recommends social media users explicitly state that they are sharing their opinion, not fact.
We believe that this happened. My opinion is, I allegedly, this is what I've heard. Those types of words then clue listeners into, okay, this is not fact, this is somebody's opinions.
Lesniak tells me continued legal action will be dependent on the response of the recipients and what his clients ultimately decide.
People searching for a missing teenager are going back to court.
Dog the Bounty Hunter and Sebastian Rogers' father filed an injunction against two social media influencers in Pennsylvania. They claim the YouTuber and TikToker are obstructing the search for Sebastian Rogers. News 2's Caitlin Quisenberry breaks down statements included in this lawsuit.
An 18-page injunction backed by a 323-page list of exhibits and testimonies was filed last Friday. The plaintiffs include Dog the Bounty Hunter, Sebastian Rogers' father, Seth, and the father's spokesperson, Tony Mathis, as well as YouTuber Andrew Griffin. The lawsuit alleges two influencers, a YouTuber and TikToker, created a, quote, coordinated campaign of cyber harassment, false allegations, and witness intimidation. The lawsuit ties back to the search for missing Sumner County teen Sebastian Rogers. He was last seen in February at his family home in Hendersonville. Dog the Bounty Hunter joined the search for Sebastian in September and added $75,000 to the reward for information, now totaling $125,000. The plaintiffs claim the influencers encourage their subscribers to flood tip lines and law enforcement with false reports, have threatened Dog the Bounty Hunter and other searchers, allegedly slowing down critical travel and coordination for search efforts. A spokesperson for Sebastian's father said one of the influencers threatened to, quote, take him down, while Sebastian's dad wrote, quote, I'm fighting against a coordinated group of individuals who seem more interested in destroying me than helping to find my boy. He went on to say, quote, if my son dies out there, they'll have blood on their hands. The lawsuit urges the influencers to stop any disparaging comments about the plaintiffs, remove any previous video content doing so, and ask their subscribers to follow their example. A press conference was scheduled for today in Pennsylvania, where the influencers live, to address the filed lawsuit. But according to At Night Private Intelligence Agency, the conference was postponed due to, quote, reports of individuals arranging for a marching band to interrupt the conference, along with other suspicious messages. In a letter included in the court documents, the lawyer for the YouTuber writes the allegations are, quote, baseless and without legal foundation.
The Amber Alert remains active, and now nearly 10 months after Sebastian Rogers disappeared, those leading the search effort say no one is giving up.
It's not a cold case. It's an active and ongoing investigation.
Sumner County Sheriff Eric Craddock has been on the case since Sebastian disappeared from his Hendersonville home back on February 26th. Since then, hundreds of tips have been investigated, and to date, there still have been no confirmed sightings. In that vacuum, rumors continue to run rampant online from less than credible sources.
Well, it's real easy to sit on social media and make those comments.
Sheriff Craddock says investigators deal with facts, seeking evidence and hard leads. There have been few official updates in recent months, but the sheriff says investigators meet weekly about the case.
I've been pretty transparent. There is some information that's just not releasable, right? And that's only because any information released could be prejudicial to the case. And a successful resolution is my ultimate goal.
There's not a day that doesn't go by that I don't think about Sebastian.
EMA Director Ken Widener has headed up search efforts around Sebastian's home and beyond from the very beginning, and it is his team that stands ready to act on any credible lead that comes from the tip line.
We have K-9 on standby, we have search teams on standby, we've got drones ready to go, and we go.
The question of what happened to Sebastian very much still remains open, and to date, nothing has been ruled out, including the possibility of foul play. And on that note, District Attorney Ray Whitley tells me he gets updates on the case nearly every week, and he does stand ready to prosecute if it ever comes to that. Nick Barris, News Channel 5.